All right, getting ready to head up to Clark's Resorts and Outposts. It's a fly-in adventure to Anishinaabe Lake. I think I'm saying that right. They call it the Knob. This is known for lake trout and walleye. So fly in, I'm bringing my PFD, of course. Soft-sided cooler from Yeti like this. This is great, lightweight. And then for equipment, some heavy and medium heavy rods for the lake trout. This is 3-piece rod from St. Croix. It's really great. Here's the case with it. And then another medium heavy. I'll bring a couple other rods as well, 14 to 20 pound fluorocarbon, you know, heavier, kind of these bigger, bulkier reels like that to be able to handle those fish. And for the walleye, kind of the standard fare. This is my 4-piece rod from St. Croix, 8-pound monofilament for the jigs. And then for the lake trout jigs, heavier, you know, so 1/2 ounce up to 1 ounce to be able to put on swim baits and flukes and drop right underneath the boat for those big lake trout. And you know, big flukes, white, bright colors like that, more natural patterns like this. Try to experiment, see what they like best. And then to mark those fish, portable Humminbird Helix 5 unit. Got my suction cup transducer there. This is great for fly-ins, and this is an absolute necessity when you're lake trout fishing. This is going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, I've been fishing in Ontario for well over 40 years and have some great fishing memories, not to mention some very close friends. Ontario has some of the best multi-species freshwater fishing in the world. Ontario has a special place in my heart. The Ontario experience captures all of this and more as hosts Troy Lindner and Ty Shadeen explore new places, meet some authentic characters, and experience world-class fishing and hunting along the way. The Ontario experience is the next best thing to going on the adventure yourself. And who knows, this unique show just might give you some ideas for your next fishing or hunting trip.
We have 2 main camps where we have 2 drive-in camps, one on the Indian Lake chain, Casey's Landing, and we also have Northern Lights Resort on Cedar Lake, where we have drive-in cabins there also. Cedar Lake is also our base for our fly-in outposts. We have 24 different fly-in outposts to offer, which are remote cabins on remote lakes, and most of those are the only cabin on the lake. To add to that, we also have Anishinaabe Lodge here, where we have 6 remote cabins here also, which offers lake trout, trophy northern, and real nice sized bass. In all our packages, we include the boat motor, gas, cabin, and we also include live bait, which is very important. And if they want to bring their family here, you cannot find a better place to bring your family here and spend time on this island here. Just to walk around this island is well worth the time. So Anishinaabe Lodge allows you to do something different every single day.
I've been to a lot of Canadian resorts and outposts, and I have to say, it's really hard to beat the level of solitude combined with comfort that Clark's Resorts and Outposts provides at the remote Anishinaabe Lake Lodge in beautiful Sunset Country, Ontario. And to say my heart was racing to get out on the lake, well, that would be an understatement. Whoa, that, I think that's hopefully that's a smallmouth. Yeah, it is. This segment is brought to you by Tourism Northern Ontario. Well, this is, as you can see, it's flat, near flat, calm, bluebird skies in the middle of the day, kind of switching gears from the lake trout to go catch a few of these smallies. This is one of the spots that Jim marked on the map, and it sure didn't take long. you know, maybe 3 casts or something to get a little chunky smallie like that. So middle of the day like this, I'm gonna try to get some smallmouth action here for a couple hours. There's a tree right there. I wonder if that's, there. I don't know if that was the same fish. That's fun. I flipped this little guy in. A big one, but it's fun. It's the one thing with the, and we'll go a little, oh, they are fun, even not a monster, but still. Smallmouth are a lot of fun. You come in here with just a topwater bait, throw around, and then come back with something smaller. That is nice, especially in the middle of the day like this, when lake trout fishing can be slow. Smallmouth fishing can be a lot of fun, a nice break in the day. Oh, he's sitting right there. I see him. See him down there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Got it. There. There's like 4 of them down there. I'm gonna shut this off. Oh, there. Whew. That's a fun one. There's a school of them down there this size. I'm gonna get this one back and try to. Oh, he's pinned really good right through in the top. There we go. Get this one back and try to get. I saw one a little bit bigger. Oh, there's one. Just oh, he's right. Oh, I see him right here. Oh, I see him. Barely see him. That's a little bit better one. You gotta show him something different. Oh, he came in on it. He's coming in on it. He's looking at it. He's right in front of it. There, got him. It was just kind of shaking it in place. He swam up to it. And again, the school came up. I was just kind of shaking it. I got it right underneath the boat and just shaking it. It was flapping. Go down and get this one. That is fun. Belly this guy. Hey, come here, come here, come here, come here. You know, I said in the middle of the day like this, it's nice. You just, you know, bring a spinning rod when it gets flat calm like this, and if the pike, you're out here fishing pike or fishing lake trout, you can always count on smallmouth to bite, especially in the middle of summer like this, the first week of August right now. And typically that can be a kind of a slower time of year, but from what I'm hearing at the lodge and what I'm seeing today, you know, the fish are active, and I think this evening we're gonna get on some lake trout. I'm not gonna move the big one sitting right there. There. Oops. Let's see if he hits. Oh, there he has it. Oh. Sometimes just switching up the presentation. You know, when we're throwing the hair jig, got a couple on it. I put on this little swim bait. First cast, got bit, and the second cast, this one hit. So sometimes when you think the fish are biting, just try a few different things. They didn't want the wacky, they didn't want a Nico rig. They hit the hair jig a couple times. They didn't want the tube, the little swim bait they wanted. Nice. Oh, that's fun. That is absolutely fun. Let me get this fish back in the water. Take a couple more casts on this point, and then I'm going to probably mosey back to the main lake for some pike and some lake trout.
This segment is brought to you by Go Fish Ontario, Canada.
We're fishing some smallmouth back there, and they just came into the water just to cool off. This is something that you get to see in Ontario, and you never know when it's going to happen. When it does, it's quite spectacular. Yeah, just incredible. These are the things you usually, you got to either come up here to experience it or you see it online, and nothing like seeing it in person, seeing it live can compare to it. It's just incredible. came in, he went, the boil right there. Big deep boil. There he is. Oh, there, got him. I wonder if that's, nice. I wonder if that's the same fish. That's a good one. I do like to have like this 360 GT swim bait, nice just single hook when you're messing with these. Yeah, I think I can just grab him in the back. Yeah, gotcha. There we go. That's fun. Pike fishing is fun. I got a single hook on this one. It'll be very easy to get out. And you know, there's a number of, there, just a single hook, big swim bait. You know, there's a number of, a fat one, a number of weedy bays here at Anishinaabe that you can target these things. You know, we took one, this is our first pass, just coming from the front, working to the back, and already got into them. When they get this big and up, they are a lot of fun. We got the smallmouth earlier today, just a couple hours ago. Look at the belly on this one. Get this one back in the water and try to get another one.
Again, the accommodations couldn't be more comfortable at Anishinaabe Lake Lodge. The inside of the cabins and main lodge are homey and definitely reflect what a remote flying experience is all about. Incredible fishing and hunting opportunities and the chance to unwind and relax away from civilization. And then there's the food, which is simply top-notch. Everything from grilled steaks to fried fish, you definitely won't go away hungry. And the camaraderie with friends and family, definitely a trip to put on your bucket list.
So I'm here with John. John, you know this lake pretty well. You were here last month and actually caught some pretty big lake trout. What can you expect today?
Well, with the conditions, it's calm, so that's good. The water temperatures are hovering around 80 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface.
Yeah.
So pike-wise, I'm thinking they might go a little deeper. Lake trout, I don't know if that's going to affect lake trout too much, but
Yeah.
we're going to find out today. But we had a very good time out here about a month ago on the Lakers, and they were about 80 feet. So today we'll see if we can find them in that depth again.
Nice, sounds good. As I said, we were talking about earlier, but the pike will come back 2 or 3 times sometimes.
He hit it hard there, I didn't get him. Oh.
They seem to be a little bit like nonchalant on these.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah.
I got him that time.
But sometimes they'll hit it 4 times, and then you get them. You get them on the 4th.
Oh, you got side hook. There.
He will come back.
Got him?
Had that happen a couple times already, where they.
Hit once and leave it,
Yeah,
and then
if
come back and get it again.
He's looking like he's thinking about doing it again.
They just got the one hook on it anyways, right?
There. Thank you. Oh, barely. Oh, just through the side and the back. This would be an easy. That'll be a very easy release.
Perfect.
All right, let's see if he's gonna flip out crazy.
Oh yeah, he'll go.
There you go.
Wasn't out of the water very long.
Hey, did you know that the lake trout is a type of char? That's right, they're members of the Salvelinus genus in the salmon family. Another interesting fact about lake trout is their fall spawners, requiring rocky shoreline or reefs on which to lay their eggs. It's during this time in fall that the lake trout will venture out of their typically deep water habitat into shallow water. Lake trout spawning can occur anytime from late September or early October until late November or early December, depending on the weather. The optimum water temperature for spawn is around 40 degrees. Sometimes, if the timing is right before the Ontario lake trout season closing in fall, which can depend on what zone you're in, anglers can experience epic fishing action casting shallow water rock areas.
Besides vertical jigging, another surefire way to catch lake trout in deep water is with downriggers, which John had mounted on his boat precisely for this opportunity.
Hey, fish on.
Yeah?
Wanna reel it up?
Listen to me. Go ahead. No, your fish at your side. You're the captain. And maybe this weather,
Ugly.
obviously it's a lot different from yesterday. Oh yeah, look at that one. That's a big one. Nice. Just scoop it in and in. Beautiful. Just set it down there.
There. There.
Oh, that is nice. This is why people come up here and visit through Clark's Resorts here at Anishinaabe. This fish right here. We'll get this one back in the water and try to get another. Try to get a bigger one.
Try to
It's
get a bigger
beautiful
one.
fish. Yeah, yeah. That looks like a fish. It didn't
you-
snap, but I'm
can
gonna
you-
need you. Yeah. That's off.
Oh. So is the fish. Oh, you got the fish.
Got him. Yep. It snapped, and I got him now. He's coming up. Now, unlike smallmouth, he's not coming up real easy. It might. There he is. We got color. There it is. Yeah. Just keep it up. And oop. There. There it is. Yeah, we'll just set it. Oh, that's a nice little landing place for it. There. Get a little nice one. There. Oh, the patterns on these fish are just incredible. Now, granted, this is probably a, size-wise, they get.
That's actually pretty
This
small
is a
for
pretty
this lake,
small one, yeah.
but they're very good to eat this size.
Yeah.
Very good. So,
Yeah, in fact, you were showing me the photo of the one that you had just last month.
Right.
Just a monster. But you said this is more of an eater size.
Yeah, yeah.
If you were to keep one, and
Yeah.
then and they get up in here. I think the biggest this season is like 25 pounds.
Right.
You
Yeah,
can
you
see
don't
the
want
belly.
you don't want to eat those.
No, those are the trophy ones. When they get
Yeah.
up that big, that's what people come here for.
Yeah.
So I'm here with Jim, who kind of manages and operates the island, the outpost here. You wear a lot of different hats here. One of them, I guess, is cooking great food. last time we had a great, great dinner
I'm
there.
sure glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah.
So how are we going to prepare this today?
Okay, first of all, what I do is I dice it in bite-sized chunks, which makes it a little easier to fry, faster to fry, and the faster you fry it, the crispier it gets. I'm going to bread it in a mixture of Andy's Cajun and Andy's red seasoning, and deep fry it at approximately 375 to 400 degrees for about 5 to 6 minutes.
Okay. This looks really
Yeah.
good. And we got some rice in the burner back there. We got a little soup, little bean soup. This is the way to have a meal at an outpost.
no
this.
doubt,
Fresh
yeah.
fish and
Yes,
the little
yeah.
fixings on the side.
Yeah.
So for the lake trout, pike, and smallmouth bass, this is some of the tackle that we use there at Anishinaabe Lake through Clark's Resorts. And for the lake trout, you saw we did use some downriggers with John. Smallmouth, it was pretty simple. It was a little hair jig and a little swim bait right here. And the rods, the two spinning rods right here, just a Mojo bass. This is actually a medium light Mojo bass spinning rod. And I just have a size 2000 actually Revros LT on here. This right here, this also works. This is snap jig rod. I use this a lot for walleye, for snap jig and little boot tails. You can also throw the hair jigs in that. This is just the Icon snap jigging rod and a Revros Exceller LT 2500 size reel. That's an 8-pound, a little bit heavier line. And for the pike, it's pretty simple. For the pike, the best thing right here was just a Storm 360 GT swim bait. Nice thing is you have one big single hook on there, so when you get the fish next to the boat, it's pretty easy to hook them. You don't have to mess with treble hooks. And you got a little weed guard on here. And I just kind of use this bright green color, kind of the chartreuse green color. They really like that. And then the leader, this is a 30-pound stainless steel leader with 17-pound fluorocarbon. The rods that I was fishing for the pike, right here, one had 14-pound fluorocarbon and one had 17-pound. Again, for that 14-pound, I can also fish walleye on that as well. And my pike rod, this is kind of a heavy bass rod. Right here, Daiwa reels, as you can see, RG and a Tatula. 14-pound fluoro on this, 17-pound fluoro on that, an Icon on this lighter rod, and then just the Avid X medium heavy on that. And you can keep it, like I said, pretty simple. You know, when you come up here, pike likes something that makes, you know, some flash or makes a little bit of sound. This is nice. Again, a single hook for the pike. And smallmouth, when they do get touchy, especially in clear water, smaller jigs like that works really well, and you can use artificial baits like that. But this was a great time up here. We caught a lot of fish and had an awesome time at Clark's Resorts and Nishinabee Flying Outpost.